I think today is the third day of Pongal or second day of Pongal?
Today is the kind of third day of the Pongal.
Okay.
Yeah, the 14th, 15th,
अच्छा
16th, but it will extend till tomorrow.
ओके. So आज का क्या रिचुअल है सर?
आज गांव वगैरह में जो कॉम्पिटिशन्स वगैरह होते हैं और दे विल गो टेक देयर काउज एंड ऑल दिस दे विल वर्शिप देम. स्पेसिफिक एरियाज में जलीकट्टू होता है, मदुरई में, त्रिची में.
From childhood only you are a bit introvert or
गुड.
you were a bit introvert or like
मतलब इंट्रोवर्ट काइंड ऑफ, येस इंट्रोवर्ट,
हाँ.
बट इन टर्म्स ऑफ वेयर इट कम्स टू पब्लिक स्पीकिंग
Okay.
और स्पीकिंग टू अ बिगर पर्सन लाइक in college, I will anytime go and speak to principal. I will not fear. I will speak to the highest person, no, not fear. In my class, I will maybe not speak to many persons, except one or two persons, in that manner. But when it comes to the public level, it won't be introvert. That like,
so well, you
addressing large gatherings won't be introvert.
never had that fear of public speaking.
I've had, but the thing is, with time, I had this thing. Everyone has fear of public speaking. I joined a Toastmasters. You would have heard about.
No, I don't
Toastmasters is this thing group for public speaking.
Okay.
You gather every week. Members are there. Will have a topic. Give your speech. They will be rated on various aspects. I joined Toastmasters for give 2-3 speeches.
It's available all parts of India.
Yeah. The major main areas. Chennai you will have. Gurgaon I had. Delhi you will have.
Okay.
I joined Toastmasters for these things. Something would I have learned, something I have still lot to learn. But I was very inspired by Barack Obama,
Okay.
only because of his oratory skills. He became president.
Yeah.
He had no as such long experience, and he had worked in NGOs and all these things. But as such, in terms of people, so many people are there who have had long term tenure in Senate, but they couldn't rise. And he just his rise is so quick. That speech was there in one convention. So there he gave that speech about the dreams of America, that a skinny man with a funny name can make it to this. That's the America, land of opportunities and all these things. Very inspirational.
खाने में क्या पसंद है सबसे ज़्यादा? खाना तो एक मैंने 2 दिन से देख रहा हूँ, आप बहुत कंट्रोल करके खाते हो. ये तो थोड़ा शूटिंग के चक्कर में आप खा रहे हो, बट फिर भी एक बार तो पहले आपकी डाइट बताओ, जो मुझे बहुत मतलब
कोई
इंटरेस्ट.
स्पेसिफिक डाइट तो कभी नहीं फॉलो किया अभी, बिकॉज थोड़ा वर्किंग आउट है. मेरा जो जिम ट्रेनर है,
हाँ.
he has told me that thing. So morning में you have some bananas, then go and work out. After workout have an protein shake, then have around 9 egg whites, have oat shake,
ओके.
go to work. After that the afternoon you will have lunch around 300 grams chicken.
Okay.
As of now, what I'm having since last 1 month only started.
हाँ.
300 grams of chicken. The afternoon, maybe if you're feeling still hungry, have some rice, very little rice and rasam or something. Rice, dal, rice, rasam. That's all. In the night, you have 300 grams of fish.
ओके.
So that's all.
और no snacks and nothing in the evening.
Kind of no. The last 1 month, nothing has been there.
तो वैसे क्या है फेवरेट खाना आपका?
Favorite खाना मतलब nimona. You have a dish in eastern India. Nimona. That मटर होता है, मटर को पीस करके उसकी सब्जी, उसकी वो बनती है. सब पीस करके उसमें गोभी आलू डाल करके का सब्जी की तरह बनाते हैं. निमोना, ग्रीन.
ओके.
So that's my निमोना चावल, like the best dish I ever had in my life.
वो यूपी का डिश है.
हाँ, यूपी, ईस्टर्न यूपी, बिहार.
अच्छा.
निमोना. You will get it only in winters. फिर हो गया बाटी चोखा.
हाँ.
बाटी चोखा anyone's का always favorite. कढ़ी चावल. Dosa, always dosa. Dosa idli as a breakfast snack, your light snack whenever you want to have. No match. Rasam rice also. Rasam rice I will have almost daily this time पे.
एक चीज़ मैंने इतने पॉडकास्ट के दौरान जब मैं ऑफिसर्स को मिलता हूँ, इट्स माई पर्सनल ऑब्जर्वेशन यू कैन से, जैसे आप लोग आते हो डायरेक्ट रिक्रूटेड IAS IPS ऑफिसर्स, वेरी यंग एज यू ऑल आर गिवन विद अ लॉट ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज, पावर कह लो, चीज़ों को संभालने का, है ना. कनेक्टिंग टू दैट, आपके ही जुरिस्डिक्शन में शायद कोई एक SHO होगा या कोई इंस्पेक्टर होगा जो आपसे डबल इन द एज, बट यू आर you're in the age of a son. How is it to tackle the things? क्योंकि आपको बहुत सारे चीज़ टैकल भी करना होता है, बट आपको पता है कि कई बार उनके एक्सपीरियंस या the time he served in the service is very more than you are in the service. How you tackle those parts?
At times I meet a lot of people who have served more than my age. At times I have met so many people. So, but the thing is, one thing is police, very strict hierarchy is there. So automatically, if you are at that position, people will give you respect, at least in front of you. And the back end also, the thing is, has to be a dynamic mix of youth, age, experience. So that if youth are there, they will be more energetic, they will be more initiative prone, they will take new initiatives, have a modern perspective. Plus those with experience, they will give it a balance. Like someone is moving too fast, you will get a balance that there are practical considerations too that you will have to consider. So, as their experience, you have to respect. In my position, they might have 35 years of experience, so I have to respect that experience they have, the knowledge they have, the expertise they bring. Always, whenever I'm dealing with them, always at the back of the mind, it should be there that they have so much experience. So with that in your mind, and we should all with that in consideration, whenever you interact with them, you will give a certain level of respect. It's not like you will treat them in an authoritarian way.
Okay.
So that is the thing. Whenever you deal with them, you have at the back of the mind, they have more experience than my age at times. They have worked so much. So in that area, if something is that you don't know, you ask them.
Okay.
You don't shy away from asking them. This is because they know the fine tuning. They have dealt with that thing thousands of times, so they know what could go wrong. So always you incorporate their advice, experience, and try to make as a teamwork. Though you are SP, but it should be done as a teamwork. They should feel that they are part of the team, not hierarchical, but like it's a co-sharing of expertise, of initiative, youth, knowledge, everything.
Or being a team leader in the sense I'm saying ki, because you are the leader who is managing the whole district of the police department right now, है ना? How you choose the right dots? It means I would try to give an example. And कुछ दिन पहले I was shooting with one of the DGP sir. So he said कि हमारे इसमें ना बहुत लोग होते हैं कि there will be someone who will be very good at community policing, somebody very intellectuals and good with the tech savvy, some typical policeman, you need to be very rough and tough on the roads. वो जो हर व्यक्ति को उस लायक काम पे बिठाना, वो सबसे बड़ा रोल होता है हमारे प्रोफेशन में. He was saying that. How you do that? Because you know, compared to this, you all are experienced like as you say, अभी 6 साल है, but कोई ये नहीं सुनेगा कि मैं तो बस 4 साल हूँ. आप जिला का SP हो, every wants the proficiency and 100% assurity of the district, है ना? How you deal with those parts?
Like for a beginning, when you come to a district, so already certain patterns are there. Those who are good in crime, generally they would be in crime team. Those who are good in computer work, they will be taken as CCTNS in stations or in district police office. Generally, it's always like some people will be selected as drivers, some as computer operators, some in crime team. So already kind of segregation is there in the police, the district police, based on their skills, based on their choices. So what I have seen, like my crime team is very good in detection of cases. You give them a task, they will go to the extreme depth of it and solve the case. I don't have that expertise, but I know that they have that expertise. So there are sub-division crime teams which are certain level of expertise, which have more aged people are there. So at times, like one body was found when I had joined, and after 1 month, one body of a lady was found, and the sari was a bit removed. So it was at first prima facie it was thought it could be a rape and murder.
Okay.
And I was in Bandobast in Tiruvarur. Immediately I deployed the sub-division crime team, and I also put my district crime team on that task. 2 crime teams I put. Immediately we checked for that the CCTV footages. We got some numbers. We got the CDR of the lady's phone number. We got a phone number which she was calling again and again. So last night also there was a call was made. We tracked that number. That number was coming into, I think, Salem. So immediately we inquired about background. We found that they were in contact. Then we sent a team and secured that guy from Salem. And what it was that they were in a kind of illegal relationship, and they had came there, and that lady asked for some more money from that boy. In that stage, an argument happened. In that stage, that boy pushed that lady and hit her with the car. So that could be so. That was an example. Like, because district crime was there, district crime team has much more technical capabilities and sharpness to resolve this issue. If I had not put, it might have been delayed. The boy, after committing it, immediately left to Salem, acted as nothing had happened. District crime team went and secured that guy and brought him, investigated. He broke down, he accepted it. So like that, you have to know which team can do till which limit and where the supplementation is needed.
Okay.
Or which DSP is good for negotiations. Like, I found one DSP is very good at negotiations. He has already some local contacts, and in situations where leader was threatening for do protest in wake of some VIP visit, we engaged until late night. We were calling and discussing, and we called that person. We discussed. Eventually, he agreed on our terms, and we ended the visit peacefully. So you have to identify eventually in 2-3 months. If you work hard, you will get to know who are good in what, and based on situation, as in the leadership role, you have to deploy those resources so that the optimum goal is achieved.
इस सवाल को ना मैं एक अलग तरीके से करना चाहता हूँ. शायद बचपना जैसा सवाल होगा बहुत लोगों के लिए, बट मुझे दिमाग में आया तो मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ. जैसे आपने बोला ना कि एक सेट ऑफ पैटर्न ऑलरेडी रहता है जब आप कोई डिस्ट्रिक्ट में आते हो कि कोई क्राइम में अच्छा होगा, कोई इसमें अच्छा होगा, एंड दे आर ऑलरेडी डूइंग दैट थिंग. आप बस उनको ही रिवॉल्व करते रहते हो. अब इसको मैं क्रिकेट से इसीलिए कनेक्ट कर रहा हूँ. हर कैप्टन की अलग रोल होता है टीम को चलाना. व्हेन वी सॉ सौरव गांगुली, उसने पठान को बैटिंग करवाते थे पहले. वो जो मिसमैच ऑफ टैलेंट होता है ना, मिसमैच नहीं बोलूँगा, किसी को यहाँ के ऐसा होता है कभी कभी, यू नो ही इज़ गुड एट इट, बट लेट्स हिम पुट हिम हियर एंड सी हाउ ही इज़ डूइंग. ऐसा भी होता है.
मैंने बोला ना, जैसे सिस्टम फिक्स होता है तो 60, 70, 80% तक वो करेक्ट रहता है. बॉलर है वो बॉलिंग ही करेगा. एक बैट्समैन है वो बैट्समैन करेगा. यू कैन शफल द ऑर्डर, यू कैन एट टाइम्स सेंड अ बॉलर एज अ नाइट वॉचमैन. ये सब कर सकते हो. तो इन सब का स्कोप हमेशा रहता है. मैंने कहा ना, एट टाइम्स सम पीपल डजंट नो दैट ही इज़ अ वेरी गुड नेगोशिएटर. When you know he is a good negotiator, earlier he has not been used for this purpose. But I tried my luck and it worked. I asked him to go and negotiate, and he negotiated and it got settled. Otherwise, you were expecting that tomorrow there will be huge road roko and issues will be there, everything. So you have to be careful, observant of your staff and keep on watching the good things or other things, their skills. At least whenever you join a new district, 2 to 3 months is very important. You have to work very hard for 2-3 months to get to know the district, to get to know the people, strength, develop contacts. Once you have achieved certain level of understanding, contacts, command over your force, then things become much more smoother. The scope is always there. You can shuffle. So like English thing, like some staff are lacking in a bit in English knowledge. So some reception staff came. There's also reception staff in stations. They have very good English. So ask them to be brought to one staff to be brought to DPO. So that in English drafting is there, they will do better drafting. These kind of things you can do.
ये टेक्निकलिटीज सीखना ही पड़ता है कि एक ही होता है कि चाहे आप इस डिस्ट्रिक्ट से यहाँ जाओ फिर यू नो बिकम डीआईजी आईजी एंड ऑल चीजें एक ही रहता है कि समय के साथ साथ
नहीं एवरी चीज इज यूनिक इम्प्रोवाइजेशन मैंने बोला इट्स ऑल कॉमन सेंस quick implementation of common sense. You just observe pros, cons, whatever, what are the needs. Keep on thinking. You will get 1,000 ideas. So for every situation is unique situation. You go there because no two situations would be same. Every place had different kind of challenges. At a general level, everything would seem same. But you go at the micro level, things would be unique for every situation. Every place would have its own dynamics, own structure of politics, alliances, everything. So a politician's nature could be different at different districts. Every situation would be different, and you
Can
need
you believe
to.
that like nature of politicians different in different districts? What is the core personality?
And a core personality, they are. We should respect politicians. They are going and interacting with people. Every 5 years they have to get elected. For us, only one exam is there, and we are selected for life for 60 years. For them, they have to give every 5 years, and they have to win elections. So they are more in touch with people. You have to. They are more in pulse of people. So interacting with them, will give you great insights. In terms of approach, politicians are different. So you need to tune your strategy according to them, so that you can run the district in implementing rule of law without significantly affecting the relationship with the politicians.
आपने पिछले वाले स्टोरी में जब बता रहे थे दैट अ केस हैपेंड विद अ फीमेल है ना इमोशंस की कुछ रोल प्ले होता है मुझे याद है जब मैं आकाश सर के साथ इंटरव्यू कर रहा था आकाश कुल्हारी सर डीआईजी कानपुर ही टोल्ड मी कि हमारे जो नौकरी है अभी यहाँ पे आप ऐसी जगह पे खड़े रहते हो एक साइड कुआ और एक टाइप खाई रहता है एंड यू हैव टू टेक अ बोल्ड डिसीजन एवरी टाइम व्हेन समथिंग हैपेंस ओके हाउ वाज द सिचुएशन दैट टाइम एक तो आप पर्सनल इमोशन से भी जूझते हो जब कुछ ऐसा सिचुएशन आता है पर्सनली भी कोई इमोशन से जूझ रहे हो बट आपको एक डिसीजन भी लेना पड़ता है बिकॉज यू नो द मीडिया स्टेट एवरीबडी इज वेटिंग कि आप क्या लेने वाले हो कुछ इधर से इधर भी हो गया तो इट्स गोइंग टू बी अ डिफरेंट फॉल्ट एट सम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम
So every month you have one such moment. One situation comes that you have to take the decision, this side or that side. So you take counsel, like you said, na, that officers they have experience of 30-35 years. So at that time you discuss with everyone. Let them tell pros cons. Let them take pros cons. You evaluate by your own, based on their also opinion. But final decision you take. Which you think is the most optimum outcome. So every time you will face these things. Some challenge keeps on coming. Like that I told that the VIP visit was supposed to be marked by one protest. So late night, lot of strength was deployed in everything. But we were able to get a diplomatic solution to the situation. So you have to, what I said, you have to improvise at the situation. It's no prejudgment. It's like some values are there, rule of law and regulations have to be followed, and means there should be proper code of conduct should be followed. All these are basic guidelines. In the framework of guidelines, you have to decide a unique way, and it depends on the situation only. The thing is, you should not panic. Because
but initially it was not so easy. Like initially panic तो होता ही होगा हर ऑफिसर तो panic होते ही है
panic होता है 5 minutes 10 minutes होता है but you have to hold yourself because it's a one situation. You will keep on facing situation after situation after situation. You will keep on coming. Something or the other will hit you. Some 10 days 15 days something will hit you, and you will have to adopt a balanced perspective. The thing is balanced perspective. You cannot take any sides. You have to be neutral without significantly damaging your relationship with the politicians. Because they are also very good people with a lot of insights, and they support you at times
Okay.
regarding solving the issues. So I said you have to navigate a very middle path without being biased towards any side. So starting you might think could be that way, this could be that way. Once you find a balance, then automatically it will come in every decision.
एक चीज़ मैंने पर्सनली नोटिस किया, एक तो आप लोग के प्रोफेशन और डॉक्टर्स, लोग तभी दो जगह जाते हैं जब व्हेन नेगेटिव्स आर टू मच, है ना. और आप लोगों के काम यही होता है, डॉक्टर्स एंड पुलिसमैन, उस नेगेटिव से कैसे पॉजिटिव पर लाया जाए. वो जो बिना कुछ हुए ना, जैसे कि होता है कि चोरी हो गया, या डॉक्टर्स ऐसे आम जनता के पास ड्यू टू फाइनेंशियल स्टेटस एंड ऑल, छोटा मोटा बीमारी तो हम लोग सोचते ही नहीं है. जब तक कुछ बड़ा नहीं हो जाता हम डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं. डॉक्टर्स इज ऑल्सो नॉट रेस्पॉन्सिबल, वो उसके हाथ में भी हर वक्त नहीं होता है चीज़ें. आई थिंक पुलिस के पास भी वही सिचुएशंस होता है.
ऑलवेज देयर इज अ बेस्ट एफर्ट्स. सबसे अच्छा हम जो कर सकते हैं, ऑलवेज स्कोप रहता है. ये तो एक है कि हमारे हाथ में कुछ नहीं रहता है, बट आई थिंक मैक्सिमम केसेस में विद पॉजिटिव इंटरवेंशन डिफरेंस कैन बी मेड. अब जैसे हस्बैंड वाइफ के इशूज़ होते हैं,
Okay.
उनके लिए WPA स्टेशन और वुमेंस पुलिस स्टेशन वो जाते हैं. टाइम्स दे आर नॉट विलिंग टू लिव टुगेदर, तो वी रेफर देम काउंसलिंग के लिए. दे ट्राई टू टॉक टू देम टू सम सेंस. एट टाइम्स दिस स्टिल डजंट वर्क्स. सो उस टाइम पर भी यू हैव टू हैव दैट थिंग कि नहीं, देयर इज़ अ वे एंड इट शुड बी रिजॉल्व्ड amicably. At times a lot of allegations, cases. So, but the thing is that you have to have a perspective that you will help that. Like at times the lady comes, husband is beating, has thrown out of their house, very affected, children are there, who will take care of them, she doesn't earn. You feel so much compassion, empathy for them. Immediately call the inspector, shout at her, why you are not resolving this issue, immediately book the case. At times there are legal implications also, like case is going on in the court, so we cannot interfere at times. But at the best, we try to help. In this case, generally women are the victims mostly, and we try to intervene in their favor so that they get some relief, and
I'm not sure I understand.
and they are not they don't suffer that domestic violence or abuse at the hand of the man. So always there is, like, we cannot don't have a magic wand that you come and you will solve it, but at times the inspector calls them, talks them. At times it gets okay. After that they start living normally. Some cases we couldn't. So always it's a best case effort, but I think in maximum cases if police intervenes positively, you can get some result.
हमने अभी हस्बैंड वाइफ की जिक्र किया, एक बस समझाने के लिए. हाउ इज़ रियलिटी एज अ मैरिड पर्सन? मैंने बहुत सारे ऑफिसर्स देखा जो अपने कैडर में शादी, कैडर मीन्स इन द सेम सर्विस, नॉट कैडर, उसमें शादी करते हैं. आई नो मैम, यू सेड शी इज़ अ डॉक्टर. हाउ इज इट?
No, it's so far it's so good. So it depends, like
कौन ठीक लगता है आपको? मतलब मैं अभी भी ये चीज़ में कंफ्यूज हूँ कि शादी सेम प्रोफेशन से करना चाहिए कि somebody with a different profession.
नहीं, ऐसा कोई हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल नहीं है. इट्स अबाउट द frequencies matching.
Okay.
Frequency should match in terms of the values you share. In terms of values you share, the outlook you have towards life, the level of compatibility you two have mentally. It's very important, mentally, intellectually, and you understand her profession. Like when I was in Chennai DCP traffic, so she had around 2 night rounds every week.
Okay. अच्छा, you all met in that time.
So
You both met during that time.
no, we're married. I was
Okay.
DCP, she was working in hospital.
अच्छा.
So abhi last year only, last year. So I was busy, but she was more busy.
Okay.
Like so 2 nights she will have every this thing night duty. So she will go out. I will have 4 night rounds in a month. So I will also be out at times. So it's about respecting ki, the level of work she is doing, the complex operations she is doing. At times she saved a lot of critical patients, like mother and child are about to very critical stage, and what I have seen, she is very gifted doctor, and she was able to save. In my cab driver was there in Chennai. My cab driver is wife was pregnant, and she had one of the highest complications. My wife went and she did the delivery and that surgery operation, and the child and mother both were safe. When I went to Chennai for my son's delivery, so that they came and thanked my wife again and again for that. So you have to have that respect ki what you are doing, it's something important. At times you might not get the time, and she should know at times what I am doing, not get time. So that kind of mutual appreciation is important. Values are very important. The values should match to a certain level.
The meaning of love changes with time in a relationship.
Okay, it changes. You marry, it's a bit different, more romantic version. Then you have a child, it turns more different level.
Okay.
So with time, it becomes more emotional, and that kind of thing. Mutual support is there, so you feel good, and it. In other hand, it strengthens you. It helps you excel in the work, because you have stability in your mind, peace at home, and a good relationship, and good family. You know, at the back of this your mind that there is, even I'm 3 days in Trichy, or I'm in Bandobast. You come back, you see your child, the family, and you become happy. So that meaning change from the whatever the typical only romantic love notion to the mature evolution of that love that we go through with time and with child and all these things. So yeah, it's evolutionary process. You will not understand in your 20s what it means to be after 35 plus, what the meanings towards life changes.
But, you know, you both come from different cultural barriers. Ma'am is from Karnataka and you are from UP. तो शुरुआत में क्या प्रॉब्लम था कि घर वाले ने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया? क्योंकि हमारे जनरेशन तो वी आर यूज्ड टू इट ऑल दिस थिंग्स, बट फिर भी हमारे पेरेंट्स के सोच अलग होता है आज भी.
नहीं, मेरे पेरेंट्स तो बहुत ही डिफरेंट लेवल के हैं. तो जानते थोड़ा मैं रेबल टाइप का रहा हूँ हमेशा, और वो भी लाइक मेरे फादर आउट ऑफ लिविंग के फॉलोअर रहे हैं, आउट ऑफ लिविंग. सो फ्रॉम लास्ट 23 years you will go to Bangalore, live in the ashram, and 1 month he once did the 1 month teachers training course. So मेरे पेरेंट्स और दोनों काफ़ी डिफरेंट लेवल हैं, कंपेरेटिवली उस तरह से नहीं है. दे विल नॉट लुक इन दैट प्रिज्म. अंडरस्टैंडिंग, मैच्योर, and she is intellectually capable, doctor, that too highly qualified one. She had NEET rank 18th. So bright, academically bright, and with lot of cultural values. So that's what today's parents want. More than that, they will not expect.
Last question, it is one of my, you know, a self-obsessed questions, or rather a feedback. What was your, because you know, I know policeman, as a policeman, you all do mind readings. आप किसी से भी मिलते हो, आप लोगों के एक mind readings होता है. What was yours about me? What do you think? Because many people think, you know, why he is doing, what is agenda. अभी मेरे को समझ आता है, कुछ लोग सोचते हैं इसका agenda क्या है. तो मेरा तो कोई agenda था नहीं, but हाँ, फिर भी आपको क्या?
I didn't thought in that line. Seeing you didn't thought in that line. What I saw your this thing, the videos that you put on your Insta. So I liked them. It was a genuine, honest interaction. So it's great to have this kind of interaction with people. And you have gone across the states, interviewed so many IPS, IAS officers. So it's nice to share my perspective that could come in the public. at times it might motivate some people who were in state like me when I was. They might find some energy out of it, or it's a, for posterity it's a record. For posterity it's a record, like what I am saying, what my thoughts are right now. For me also it might be a record what my thinking believes at the current time is, and how I view retrospectively my life through the in hindsight, the prism of hindsight, how it has been, the struggles, the failures, the successes, reaching out, everything. So in that, I just was looking for a that conversation. So I think I had that. And I enjoyed it very much.
Thank you so much. It's
Yeah.
a pleasure.
I never thought in that prism. इसका एजेंडा क्या है या क्या सोच रहा है. I don't think generally. I don't see people like that. Never. मतलब people have, but I never see. I see people like genuine humans who have come. Until unless they do something deliberately, then I might have a judgment towards them. Otherwise, I see every human. I welcome every human with an open heart only. So the main reason is that during while going inside for bathing or this thing, they don't know the depth,
Okay.
and they go deep inside at times, and suddenly a wave comes and a drowning happens. So like last year, around 10 people had died in 2022. 10 people had died because of drowning at Velankani beach. So it remains very sensitive issue regarding this aspect. So it happens mostly during that Velankani festival for 10 days. Lot of crowd comes, so a lot of tourists will go inside, and then they will take a bath, and then something happens. So what we did this time was that we barricaded around 500 meters. So no one was allowed inside the sea for 500 meters. Plus we put the marine police, the fire and rescue team. We put a ATV vehicle, all-terrain bike vehicle, to ensure that no one goes inside. So that was festival time. Normal times in the evening, because evening time the depth is not very clear. So we try to ask artistic that no one should go into the sea, inside the sea.
Okay.
And for that police will come and will try to stop them, and someone who is inside, they will bring them out. It's for their own safety, so that the drowning events are reduced or to zero. That's a target. So like this time during Velankani festival, zero drowning deaths took place
Okay.
because of that initiative. But it's a continuous process. We have to follow it up on a daily basis to ensure that the figure is kept to zero.
जैसे सर अभी आप लोग देख रहे थे नाका चेकिंग चल रहा था, सो उसमें ज़्यादातर ये होता है कि ना बहुत बार यूथ्स आते हैं एकदम कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स, तो हम सब हमारे भी कॉलेज के लाइफ थे वी वांटेड टू पार्टी एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट. एट दैट मोमेंट यू आर आल्सो द एसपी, तो कभी होता है पुराने दीदी याद आता है, लेकिन बट यू नीड टू बी स्ट्रिक्ट आल्सो एट द सर्टेन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम.
Like I तो never indulge in this kind of revelry in my student life. Like I was a sober kind of boy, and so but yeah, there are people. They were my
You
friends.
never had interaction with police in college life?
And I had interaction with police in my college life. Like my grandfather was in police.
Okay.
My father was in district administration. So like I was always taught to follow the rules and this thing, not to violate. But there are friends, my friends are there who would be enjoying revelry and all these things. But I would advise that it's in the long-term interest. Why? No? I was Deputy Commissioner of Police Traffic, DCP Traffic in Chennai for 10 months before this posting. So as a traffic DCP, you will have to investigate all the accidental deaths. So daily, almost on a daily basis, I will have 1 or 2 accidents in which deaths take place. So I will go and see the guys who are 30 years, 24 years, 22 years, 35 years. Families are wiped out. Parents died. Like that youngster who has drunken and is driving. Suddenly one accident takes place and he dies. Whole family suffers. Or a father dies, child, wife, whole family suffers. So it's better to be on the safer side regarding these things, because roads in India, annually 1.5 lakh deaths take place on road due to road accidents. 1.5 lakh. It's a big number. So and a lot of them are contributed by this drunken driving menace. So to curb it, putting DD cases is a one deterrence, because it's around penalty is around 10,000 rupees plus your vehicle is detained, and so it remains a deterrence. But the thing is, we need to make people more aware about the effects of drinking and driving, showing them how families have been destroyed because of this, so that it comes naturally, not like artificial. There is an artificial regulation, there is self-regulation. So it should come from self-regulation, that while drinking they should follow the rules. They are drinking, then they should not drive. They should have a driver or a friend who is driving and who is sober. So in that way we can prevent accidents, loss of lives, or even an accident, normal non-fatal accident takes place, people lose their legs, lose their hands. It takes long time to recover. So in that aspect it's a good only in the long run. Plus, like we will see during the festival, there are a lot of drunken disturbances. People will get drunk, and in the evening suddenly, those are good persons only. But suddenly, because of their drunken state, they will not realize a small issue will become very big. And people will attack each other, and it will lead to hurt cases. To avoid this vehicle checking is the best route, because it makes police visible. You will see that police is checking. So automatically.
Just now today.
Automatic deterrence comes into place. It spreads like wildfire that police is checking there. So automatically a kind of regulation comes, and overall it improves the law and order situation.
I want you to describe जो जगह पे हम खड़े थे, हमने बोले कि this is basically a border. Why there's so much of alcohol जितने भी मिला गया, तो if you can describe why the reason behind it.
So because this side we have Tamil Nadu state, Nagapattinam, and other side of Vanjor checkpost, that's a Vanjor checkpost, we have Karaikal. So Karaikal comes under Union Territory, Pondicherry. So there the liquor rules are different, and liquor is a bit cheaper compared to here and available in abundance. So shops which are there, they have a lot of profit in selling that liquor to Tamil Nadu. On the other hand, Tamil Nadu loses revenue. Government loses revenue because people are consuming the liquor made there, not here. Plus the abundant liquor which is consumed by people eventually leads to law and order problems in long run. So curbing it serves a two-pronged strategy. Number one, it increases the sales of local liquor, which is sold in an organized, licensed manner. Number two, it helps in reducing the law and order problems, drunken disturbances, and reduces the amount of hurt cases that we have.
Connecting to that, I want to get one question related to policing.
Hmm.
Especially this check post, you have to also take care of the person who is holding the check post.
Right.
Being the leader, because if anything happens, the leader is the responsible person. How do you take care of that? Because your men also be, on the right path.
Yeah, so like what we have done is we put men there on the random basis. So we have created a random list. So there are around 10 checkposts that we have created on the Karaikal border.
Okay.
So
This is
the
one
same,
of them.
The same guy will not be manning that checkpost next day.
Okay.
It's a random number. When it comes, then he will go there and he will attend the checkpost, that checkpost. So if they are not sure that which checkpost they will have to man, so it reduces the chance of collusion. Like if the same person is manning same checkpost for a long time, automatically there are chances that there could be connivance, or he could be offered something in turn for leaving the vehicles. But because of randomness, we try to avoid this situation. Like we cannot 100% eliminate the chances, but still what we can do is to randomize and reduce the certainty that the person will be manning a checkpost and the chances of corruption.
Like coming from Uttar Pradesh, what are the things होता है ना कि जब आप सर्विस में आए थे कुछ चीज़ सोच के आए थे. What you were thinking कि ये तो कभी सोचा ही नहीं था कि तमिलनाडु पुलिसिंग में ये चीज़ सीखने का मौका मिलेगा, ये एक्सपीरियंस which you never thought of.
मतलब everything is a learning experience only. Lot of people, because I had my father was a bureaucrat in UP state. So I had seen the bureaucracy from the close corners, and so I didn't had many oversized romantic notions. No doubt I was inspired by movies like Sarfarosh, Ganga Jal. Seeing Ajay Devgan as SP, district SP is like one of the ultimate motivations for joining civil service in terms of glamour.
Okay.
But on the real side also, like you expected that you will be able to help the downtrodden people and suffering. So it's pretty true. Daily, the petitioners, you meet 10 to 15 petitioners daily who come to your office. Most of them are suffering or very poor. They have some issues. A wife who is beaten by a husband, thrown out of the house, like that. Some cases which is not being attended by the station on priority. So you can speed up the disposal of those cases. Also, with your active intervention, you can make the police take steps which generally they are avoiding.
Okay.
So
I want to ask you, like, when जैसे आपने अल्कोहल पकड़ा है, what are the next steps और क्या होता है रियलिटी में पुलिसिंग में? उसके बाद क्या करते हैं एक पुलिसमैन उसको लेकर?
So we put the case based on the quantity. There is a Tamil Nadu Prohibition Act for that. So based on the quantity,
This will be different for different states.
Yeah, different. No, different for different. Here, specific act is there to prevent all the smuggling or loose selling or put upon it. So there are different sections. Based on the sections, the action will be taken. If it's mild, the case will be put and they will be given bail. The quantity is huge or certain substances are there, they will be remanded for that. If the long-term offenders are there, like long-term smuggling who have a lot 50-60 cases, so we will remand them and we will try to put gundas on them. Gundas is a special act of Tamil Nadu police. Once we put them, so longer time they will be in the jail, so it incapacitates them. So that's why the overall activity reduces. So like a criminal, how you reduce the crime is like when the time he's inside, so he will be incapable to do any crime. So overall it will be peaceful.
Do you think, like, being one of the cops, the most difficult part is handling emotions?
Yeah, always. Emotional intelligence is very much important, or one of the highest priorities, more than your normal intelligence, because you face a wide variety of you have to do with it has to deal with public dealing. So you have to pacify emotions, deal with situations which are totally new. So more than intelligence, like straight away do a lathi charge or straight away resort to tough measures should not be done. You should try to understand the psyche of the person who is agitating. 90% I have found that those who are agitating have some genuine cause. Otherwise, a common citizen doesn't come to street agitating. Generally, they have some genuine reason which has accumulated to a state and the action has not been taken, so he is forced to come to that state that he is agitating. So we go there, we should listen the grievance. And most of the time the grievance, there would be some component that has a genuine grievance and has not been addressed properly. If once you address, that person is pacified and the situation will become normalized. So what at times we do, in spite of not understanding the emotions of the person who is sitting on the road, or who is because there is some grievance, like he might be very disappointed. He would have tried 100 times, not getting the justice, not getting this proper public action, proper government action. So once you talk to him, you understand the grievance point is there. It's genuine. Just you imagine yourself on his side. If you were on his side and you are facing the same problem, what would you expect from a public servant who comes to this thing? I think most of the problem will be solved. You will get to know, okay, this is genuine grievance. Okay, this need to be sorted out. So you give him word of assurance. You try to contact the revenue authorities and try to get his grievances resolved, and they will go away peacefully. No one wants to come on street and go sit against the government or his grievance. It's only the circumstances that push them to do so.